All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. And we have today with us Neha. Neha is from Beyond Life.club. So Beyond Life.club is basically a NFT place, NFT marketplace. We'll find out what exactly Beyond Life.club is. But welcome, Neha. How are you doing today?
Amazing. Thanks. Thank you so much for calling me out here. So excited to share with everybody about what is Beyond Life, and I'm ready to tell you guys everything about what we're doing.
Absolutely. So what I know about Beyond Life is first I heard about Beyond Life was when there was Sri Amitabh Bachchan's NFTs were being launched. I think about, I don't know exact month, but about 3 or 4 months back, I guess. And so that's when I heard. But now I guess there is another one more. I don't know what do you call collectibles or what do you call here, but then one more project sort of project is
Independent
being,
project.
yeah, being independent being project
Yeah.
being launched. So I think we'll learn about Beyond Life.club and the previous NFTs and the upcoming what's your plan. So let's start with you. Would you like to share about yourself, your journey to crypto and what got you into crypto and what got you into NFTs?
Definitely. Definitely. So I happened to start my, working career with more of a traditional media, but into fintech itself, where I was, working with a company that was into cross-border payments, but in a traditional way, Web2 sort of a space where through some tech products you could transfer, they had the capability to transfer money from one country to another country, including all the regulations in between. And while I was working there, I kind of read about blockchain, and I got to know that, it's a centralized system, and it's not like the decentralized system. It's more of a decentralized system than the centralized system. And here in the decentralized system, there are no regulatory authorities with whom you have to actually, scratch your heads with, along with the rules and regulations of each and every geography. That's when I started working. Started liking to know more about this, and a lovely opportunity came up with the Matic network, very well today known as the Polygon technology. I was working with them on this cross-border project itself, which was into transferring USDT from the Western European countries to the American states, where there were transfers easily possible, and there were no tension of having any kind of a regulations or rules in between, and we could experiment so much. And that's when the whole boom in the crypto space started coming up, and people started to explore NFTs and the use cases of it. And that's when we were in those lines where I thought we could do more about this, the product that we had with Polygon. We could do something more, and we were trying to research a little more. And I completely got engrossed into the NFT space, and I learned a lot about the protocols that coming. I myself do not come from a technical background, but I happened to read it so much that I now started working with Beyond Life and Guardian Link, which is a company behind the tech infrastructure of Beyond Life. That's where I started working on the technology side of it. Now as in this company, I'm leading the technology partnerships completely, where I'm talking to a lot of other blockchains. I have Polygon onboarded. I have Avalanche onboarded. We are in the process of getting onboarded with Solana, Immutable X, and there are other blockchains which are Tezos itself, other blockchains which are into NFT spaces. So that's about me. That's what I do in the company and with the project right now. I'll tell you more about how we're doing this through Beyond Life as well.
Sure. So were you so you said that you were working with Polygon. So were you a part of the Polygon itself, or Polygon blockchain, or were you part of the project which was building on Polygon?
No. I was with Polygon Technologies.
Okay.
So Polygon that time just had
Matic.
started with its as Matic.
Which year was this?
Polygon Studio. Last year, I would say
2020. Okay. So awesome. So let's jump on to the Beyond Life then. So I think you also mentioned Guardian and Beyond Life. So let's start. What is Beyond Life first?
Sure. So Beyond Life comes out to be a effort of Guardian Link. It's a company which builds infrastructure for, having launch pads and kind of marketplaces, NFT marketplaces for people and brands who want to launch themselves. And Beyond Life is one such effort, collection of effort taken by Guardian Link. Here we started our very first project with Amitabh Bachchan sir. We in the month of, you were right, like in month of November itself, we had this really amazing project, which was all about Amitabh Bachchan sir's NFTs. There were different collections, and the project was a big hit in the Indian markets and even in the nearby Asian countries as well. We happened to, generate a good volume of sales, which was something around 1 million, which went up to 1 million. And that was a great success. And that's how the journey of Beyond Life started. Now what we've come to doing is we're doing multiple projects on Beyond Life itself. We have Stanley's comic character, Indian comic character, which is called Chakra, the Invincible. He had created it long back with Graphics India. There was a movie as well on this a few years back when Stanley was with us. So that's when the whole procedure started, and there is a company which is involved in the IP rights of the same, which is called Orange Comet, and Paw Entertainment, Stanley's own company. He was a founder to that company. With all these integrations in place, we have come up with Stanley's comic character NFTs, and these are listed in different formats. These are developed on Polygon technologies. They're all minted on Polygon technology itself. We'll talk more about the collection as well, one by one.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. But before that, let's talk about the previous one. So I guess Beyondlife.club. So the first one was Sri Amitabh Bachchan's NFTs, which were released, and this is the second one.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm sure there'll be many more coming in, right?
Right.
So
right.
So let's give everyone a picture of like how does it work. So for example, do people or studios approach Beyond Life Club to launch their NFTs? How does it work? So let's take an example of last one, the one which you said was pretty successful. So for the people who bought these NFTs, right? So I want to ask you two questions. Like, is it the Beyond Life team that works on launching a particular NFT, or is this some other team which works with Beyond Life to launch NFTs on Beyond Life? And then what are the utilities of these NFTs? So previous ones, right? They were tell us like how many NFTs were launched, how were they priced, and how many holders are there? Like how many people really bought those NFTs, and what is the current utilities, and is there a marketplace where people are trading those NFTs? So I know a lot of questions, but
I'll try to fix them one by one.
Yeah.
So with Beyond Life, you're absolutely right with our approach. What we do is we work with individual brands here, and when we're working with brands, we're a little choosy and picky about working with brands. Like Amitabh Bachchan comes out to be a big celebrity in the Indian markets, and he's just covered it all. So what we try to make sure that every project that we work with, though because it's related to somebody or some brand itself, it's a necessary to have their contribution into the team, but that limits till the point where it's where the curation is done. So we have an independent team of Beyond Life which works on curating all these NFTs. Like last time, the team of Beyond Life worked along with Amitabh sir to get these ideations as to what all NFT projects like collections will be there. So it is not very difficult to create the art behind the graphical art which comes into picture, but the main important thing is, will it really work? The utility part and the value of the NFTs that matter, right? So what we did was we made sure that the NFTs itself are so rare and are not possible to see anywhere, so that people will get into it. Now one of the one of the largest selling was the big chunk which took was the Madhushala collection we had, which there were just 2 copies of it, one in English and one in Hindi. And so this particular NFT was such that, you could read, Amitabh Bachchan sir was himself reading Madhushala in his own voice and talking about it, about his experiences and how he relates to Harivansh Rai Bachchan through all these memories. So the curation part itself is taken so much efforts into creation that you'll not find anybody doing this anywhere. It's like a collectible. Utility part of it is more of a collectible. It's an artwork that has price, I would say. And there's just one owner who can see and view this and who has the ownership of this. Now, in coming time on 7th of January 2022, we are launching Beyondlife's marketplace, where people who are already holding all these NFTs, they can come up and trade. So that's the idea again with Beyondlife, and same will happen with the other projects that are coming up on Beyondlife. So like we're coming up with Stanley's projects now. So as soon as the release is done, probably on the 7th of January, anybody who holds a Chakra NFTs as well will be able to, resell, and secondary sales are also taken care on this side in the marketplace. So that's how the process of creation of NFTs work with Beyondlife. It's very particular. We choose whom to work with and how to execute those NFT projects so that it creates values in the market. And at the same time, we are able to build a community around the Beyondlife platform itself, so that anybody who comes to the platform sees that, okay, Beyondlife is doing something which is into the NFT space, but at the same time, it's a little unique and different. On the second part, I would say, where you asked about what visions do we have in the coming time with Beyondlife, we're trying to create an ecosystem wherein everything will be available. Anybody who's new to the crypto world or who's new to the NFT world can easily understand buying through Beyondlife. It's very simple. It's like how you shop online. That's the simple idea of it. We've made sure that we have fiat currencies as a payment solution to start buying these NFTs. That's how we're trying to come up with things. So it's as simple as loading money into your register first, then load money into your accounts, and once the drop is out, you just have to choose what you want to do or what you want to take up as an NFT for yourself. So that's the simple idea that we're building. As in when we are going ahead with more and more such projects, we're trying to build an ecosystem by bringing in a lot of other partners as well. The technology side of it, you can call it the partnership side of it, the brands, the kind of brands that we're getting associated to it. Those are going to be unique, and that will something bring in value into the collector's collection with Beyondlife.
So you mentioned an important date here. You said the marketplace will open up. What was the date you said?
7th of January 2022.
So 7th of January is when people will start trading and reselling these NFTs that they bought, right?
Reselling. That's right.
So let's go back to the very first drop of Mr. Amitabh Ji's. How many NFTs were like dropped, and how many people are holding them?
Okay, so NFTs with Amitabh Bachchan sir was more than 5,000, around 200, I would say. These were all unique NFTs with different, like there are some of the collection was ERC 721 and some of the collection was ERC 1155. With Beyondlife, we have a very interesting concept called as loot box concept. So anybody who actually it comes out like in NFT spaces, you see a lot a BAYC being sold at such a millions of dollars and all those things happening. And that's actually the case if you go to even smaller projects, the NFTs are being sold at like high prices. So what we've made through this is it's simple for people to buy for common people who do not want to invest a lot but want to get a hold of at least something as their digital asset. So we started a concept of blind box, which is a loot box. You will randomly get any NFT allocated, and that against a flat price. And for Amitabh Bachchan sir, it was at $10. That was the minimum amount for
$10.
one. Yeah. So there were two types of collection. One is the auctionable collection, and the other one was a randomly selected flat kind of a collection that was available to people. Now with Beyond Life itself, we have holders somewhere around 5,000, I would say, because there were unique people. There were people who bought it by themselves. That's the rough number I have. But we were being able to, have a great community. We could grow a great community because of this one project. It was a boom into Indian markets, and that it really helped us get that start to climb those ladders in the space pretty fast. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so, because I was looking at Instagram account of Amitabh Bachchan ji, that he was actively posting, like, or maybe his team was posting, but there were a lot of posts of Beyond Life and his NFTs launch. So let us so you won't be able to give us like in total number, like how many NFTs were minted in those, right?
I can give you the numbers. That's not
okay.
a problem.
And what was like for the auction price? What was the auction? Because there were two. One was the like mystery sort of box. You buy a box, you don't know what is inside, and the other one like auction type. What was the price which was for the auction? Highest.
So I told you about. Just give me a second. I'll get you on those numbers for Amitabh sir. Just give me 1 second. I'll also talk about the numbers.
Sure.
Yeah. So for the collection itself, both the collections, English and Hindi, one of one, it went for $756,000. That was the auctionable collection that we had with Amitabh sir. The loot box collection was pretty simple. We had what it just went on for 94,000 US dollars in total, and there was this collection which was totally about the NFTs were in as a posters, and these were all hand-drawn posters of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's movies, old movies. And somebody had we had a contact who had this ownership to all these products, and we made sure that we looped that person in as well for the project, and we gave the signed NFTs of Amitabh sir to people, and that's how the posters will be released. The ownership has not yet gone to the users. Anybody who claims that will have to burn the NFT and get the ownership of the physical asset. So that's the kind of utility that came.
Got it. So what I'm looking at, what I understand so far, the Beyond Life Club is more into collectibles, like the collectibles sort of NFTs, which are like precious to their fans, who value the artist behind the NFT. Right. So would you be able to tell us, like, the one which were auctioned for 750,000, what is the content in those NFTs? Like, is it a video?
It was a video. It was a video and audio, video and audio of Amitabh sir, where he was reading through the Madhushala itself, his father's creation and the poems that he had written. So you know how Amitabh Bachchan sir's voice is, right? Like when he says Devio and such, that's it. Like people are flat behind that. And when he's reading through such a thing which is so close to his heart, people were ready to bid upon it. We've seen a great bids. Like if you can go to Beyond Life, Amitabh.Beyondlife.club, and you can check the bids as well if you want. So that's the creation with Madhushala, and that was sold at the highest price. Those were just two such NFTs.
Sure. So I think many critics will say, and even for the people who like are not much familiar with NFTs, will say that these are the things which would probably I'll be able to see this on the internet, or some posters I'll be able to download it on the internet. So why should somebody be paying for it? What's your answer?
Oh, this is a very interesting thing. This is the first thing that I had asked my colleagues when I got to know the whole concept of NFTs. I was like, I can just go right click on any picture and download the picture and keep it as my profile, and I was wondering if I could, download one of the CryptoPunks image and put it as my Twitter account profile picture. So, and people started laughing on that. The colleagues I was talking to, he was like, the whole point of having NFTs is having the ownership of it, and all of us know that we have the images available ready on the internet and you can download them, but you don't have the ownership to it. Tomorrow, let's say if I'm selling out a digital punk that I have, I am going to get the monetary compensation against it, and that is the only thing that's the best solution answer I could give to why one should have NFTs. It's like a digital asset you carry. If you're buying a gold today, if you're there are two things you can do. If you're buying jewelry, you can buy it with gold, you can buy it with the normal metals which are available. You can wear them, both will look the same probably, but at the time when I need to give that gold to somebody and get money against it, liquidate myself, that's when I can give actual gold and get the money. I cannot do the same thing with the other uh, normal metal jewelry that I have. And that's the basic concept I would say to anybody who has a question like that.
Yeah. No, so also I'm asking this question because these are relevant question to the next drop also, because people will be able to relate to the next drop which is coming. One of the things that I really liked about Beyond Life, and this also proves the legitimacy that you guys are closely working with the artist and not just was because a lot of news and information were coming from the official sources of Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So you know that, okay, you have, I don't know how in legal terms it works. You have to probably sign a contract with the artist, right?
Yes,
Things like that. Yeah. So that's really important because we are actually talking about IP rights with NFTs. So is it possible? So is it possible for an artist, like once the NFTs are out for Amitabh Bachchan's on, is it possible for him to go ahead and sign up another contract with another marketplace and create new NFTs? Or
that is quite possible. That is like a choice that the artist himself has, right? Like if tomorrow, but it depends on the kind of content he's creating with other platforms if he's doing so. So here, if I'm creating Madhushala, he knows that if I create one more copy of Madhushala, it would not make sense, right? Why are people buying? It's just for people to get connected to him in a way that how all of us want to get connected to superstars, because we idolize them, right? So that's with Amitabh sir. Even if he goes, he can probably create some different content if he wishes to. But that would make sense. I mean, that is for anybody who's doing that.
Got it. Yeah. So it's like doing a movie with different production houses. So I did one movie with this production, and so this production house has all the rights of this movie, and I'm doing, yeah. So that makes sense. And so one interesting thing we'll also be able to see that, of course, he being such a huge celebrity, fan around the globe, people wanted to collect. But also, I think one of the very interesting part of NFTs is also, not only consume value, but be able to resale value. So for example, I was able to watch Madhushala, and then I can also resell it if I want to, which will be enabled by when the marketplace opens. In your view, what do you think, like how many people are bought those NFTs or buy such NFTs for only with the intention of investment or making profit? And of course there are some who buy it only because they are fans,
right? I would not be able to give you like percentages, but I say I've seen the other places as well. Like if you go to other places where OpenSea or Rarible or all the other marketplaces that are there, artists are creating their art. The rarity is defining how unique they are, and we as collectors are making sure that it's being circulated in the markets so that the value of it increases. That's how the whole ecosystem is earning pretty well. The roadmap and the tokenomics behind every project defines who gets what share and who's doing what for what purpose. So I think a lot of people in this space, NFT space, are definitely here to, resell and get the best of the values out of it. Uh, we see the crypto market is very volatile right now. If you go to trading side of the business or in the crypto space, it's damn volatile. But when you go a little bit into the NFT side, it's a little slower as compared. There are projects which are, first when they are selling versus when they are available on the marketplace, the prices drop. That is because of the pump price and the high price it has. And that's where I would say the main point of curation of NFT comes into picture. What is the purpose and how are you curating those NFTs? The rarity part of it plays a role there when you are actually dealing in this circle. And then it makes sense for NFT projects to be, to be trading in a normal way as compared to the crypto market itself. So people are moving towards this space, and we are seeing that, a lot of trades are happening in the space because of that reason. Now that the media and the entertainment industry is getting connected to this NFT space, we can see that there are people who are holding particular NFTs of a brand because they want to get associated with the brand. Like how I'm buying, suppose I'm buying any Chanel bag or a Louis Vuitton bag today. I can get a copy of that as well, right? But because it's a brand that I'm getting associated to, that's why I'm paying so and so amount. And because such companies are coming into picture right now in the NFT space, the value is transferring from the physical asset to the digital asset. Today, if I'm flaunting my profile picture with one of the NFTs that I have, it's like flaunting itself. Like I have a Louis Vuitton bag, it's the same thing that I'm trying to showcase through my profile picture as well. So I think there's a mixed crowd as well. There's people are in this whole procedure of understanding NFTs, trying to make profits out of it, trying to associate their images towards the brands and celebrities and their dedication towards this entertainment space.
Yeah, that's a very good answer. It's about flexing online, since you're spending so much time on, right? Now you can't bring your car online, so you can't bring your Lamborghini online. So how do you flex? So let's talk about the next project, which is, what is the next project name that you said, which is dropping?
It's Chakra the Invincible,
Chakra the Invincible, co-created. Right. So before we get into the project and you tell us like what exactly this project is, so does the team from Beyond Life approaches, because the CHAKRAVERSE, of course, is built by different studios and different production houses, right? So does the team approach them for the NFT drops, or like how does it work? Or do they approach that we want to do an NFT drop?
So what happened was, there's a company who holds the IP to this particular character, and that's Orange Comet, right? Okay. So along with Orange Comet, Garden Link and Beyond Life, because we already have a platform that is Beyond Life, we are providing more of a technology side of the whole thing, along with the marketing which is required in the markets. That's what Beyond Life is doing, trying to create all the content along with, we're working with Orange Comet for this. Right. So it's an integration, it's a partnership. They have the rights, we have the technology, we have the capabilities to, because we've been able to do this in the previous project as well. We are coming up with this project together, and that's how the whole execution of Chakra NFTs is going to be. Yeah.
Okay, great. So tell us, like, what is this? Because I have not been able to wrap my head around this. I looked onto the site and it looks interesting. Okay. So it talks about CHAKRAVERSE. It talks about, so give us like, what exactly is this project? And give us the idea of what this exactly. See, now for Amitabh Bachchan, it was very simple for people to understand. Okay, I'm the fan, I'm just going to buy Madhushala. Not many people
Correct.
have heard of Madhushala, but people who have heard of Madhushala, they know the meaning of Madhushala.
Value of.
And I have no doubt why they bought them. So, but this is a different case altogether. So
Correct.
tell us what exactly this is like, and whom is it?
So Stanley,
Yeah.
Stanley is known for his comic characters, Spider-Man. Wow,
Novels.
all of us are a big fan. We know Stanley and the amazing characters that he's been able to create, right?
Mhm.
So when it came to Indian space, if you read more about Chakra the Invincible, the comic book, and what actually every superhero of his has some inner qualities which he was able to bring through by doing good to the society, right? And that's the same case with Chakra as well. If you read the comic book, it talks about how there are different chakra powers this particular character gets, and these are all basic things that talks about Indian culture, Indian yoga, and the how to bring your body energies, how to align your body energies with the energies of universe. And that's how the Chakra character was being born in the mind of Stanley. So the whole idea of the superhero and relating it to the geographical uh, geography, I would say, Chakra came out to be one of the very successful projects and one of the very known projects in Indian market for as a superhero. And the world has followership of Stanley's superheroes other than just Chakra. So we all know the importance of why he created every character that he created was a living character that had emotions, that had powers and strengths, and somewhere even all of us can relate to all those things. That's why he has such a big fan base as well, right? So Chakra project comes out to be unique because I would say it is one of the comic characters which the Indian crowd has been getting associated to, but it's not just limited to India. It's a global character. So yes, we understand the importance of what our culture brings into this character and how this is being grown into a superhero itself. So that's the whole idea of Chakra and the Chakra character itself.
So how many NFTs drop is going to be like for this? Like how many NFTs are going to be dropped? And tell us also about the, yeah, go ahead, sir.
15,000 such NFTs we have total.
And what
And
will it
they're
have?
divided, yeah, they're divided into different collection parts. Like we had loot box for Sir Amitabh Bachchan. Similar sort of a loot box is now with Chakra NFTs as well, where this is more like a generative art punk sort of a space where you'll see generative different characters of Chakra, the superhero in different forms. So that's the art punk kind of a concept we have. It's at $25 flat. These are around 6,865 such characters available right now. So and these are all ERC 721. That's the main part. So it's unique. Anybody who's holding even one chakra is going to be different than all the other chakras that are there. So that's with the loot box concept. Then there is again uh, because art punks was divided into two parts. We have 15 one of one kind art punks itself, which are unique. Like their uh, characters, which they depict, are very different than what are there with the loot box. They're unique and they're auctionable. They're starting at a price of around 200 as the minimum bid, and people can start bidding on it according to the as this box will be revealed, as the auction will be launched. You'll see in the drops each and every unique character of these, all the auctionable ones which are visible to see, right? So you'll be able to see the characters and what legendary traits it has other than the other ERC 721s. Then comes animated living comic stills sort of a collection we have. These are only two such NFTs, one of one again. Minimum starting price comes out to be 500 here. Why? Because we have like lithographic hand signed signature of Stanley Sir on this particular NFTs. This was done like several years back, which is why it was being kept as such, and that's the reason it has values. Then comes the comic book cover stills. These are again available at uh, $25 flat. There are five main items, which are being made into copies, which are ERC 1155 copies, because it's a part of the comic book itself. So you can hold them as well. In a way, it's more pocket friendly sort of a thing that I would say. Then there comes Chakra's 7 powers. So Chakra character is known for its 7 different powers, and these powers actually define him pretty much. So there are again 7 such different one-of-one kind of NFTs available. Each NFT represents his one chakra. That's the idea behind it. And then there are animated videos, NFT videos, which are like small clips which are made. There are broadly like 2 items in it, and ERC 1155 copies of the same. They're at again flat price 50, and the edition is about 1250 such available. And the last part of the collection is Stanley's birthday special collection. So this year is on 28th of December. It's Stanley's 99th birthday, and which is why we've come up with this whole concept of having Chakra NFTs of Stanley Sir, and and there'll be only one NFT of him, which is going to start its minimum bid at $100,000. And that's the most pricey and expensive one we have. It's like giving a tribute. It's an exclusive tribute given to Stanley Sir for all his co-creations. You will also see again Stanley's hand-signed signature on one of these on this particular NFT. So I think it's a great value addition we are bringing through this. And the utility part of this project comes into picture when it's going to be Stanley Sir's next birthday, which is 100th birthday. So this whole year, what we are doing is trying to create the utilities around this particular collection we have. Yeah. So we'll bring up some things which will make sense. Like it's going to be a little secret for now. So we're giving chance for everybody to go and grab these NFTs, so that tomorrow probably in the secondary market you will see the prices raised. So it's a good way to start your to get into this project as quickly as possible, I would say.
So basically you're giving a signal that people will be able to see utilities in the future built around these NFTs. These are not just going to be the JPEGs or the videos.
No. And because I mentioned about how these are minted on Polygon itself, so this, you don't have to worry about the ownership. If you're claiming it, the ownership of the NFT is going to be with you. It's not a normal PNG or JPG, not that kind of thing.
So total of 5,000 something NFTs, you said 5,500 something, right?
No, 15,000 I said.
15,000 total of NFTs. Okay, and one of them is the highest one, which starts with I think 100,000 bid. That was the birthday special. And the others are individual NFTs, or they are the boxes you said? Okay, you described the different categories, which is already visible. So anybody can go
the
ahead
collection itself, you can visit you can visit Chakra.Beyondlife.club. The collection with the numbers, with the price, every detail as to why particular collection, what is the speciality of it. Once the drop is out, you will be able to also see the individual images of NFTs in that particular collection. So those 2 days you get.
Yeah, interesting. How do you see the response is going to be for this one? So I am just trying to understand, like we discussed earlier, the first drop, which was very popular because people know. And how do you think? Do you think we have enough? And also, this is for globally, right? This is not just for Indian market. Like anyone can buy these NFTs from anywhere in the world, right? So, do you think there are so many fans around the world who would jump onto these NFTs? Because, but this is all. But there's an also Indian angle to it, like Chakraverse.
Yeah,
So,
I get it.
so do you think
Yeah,
how is the
so
response is going to be like? Who are people going to buy them? And yeah, what do you think?
Indian markets is something that we're covering pretty fast because of the initial project that we had with Beyond Life. We have the community ready. I am myself trying to make sure that the communication with our community is streamlined, and we're making it smooth through Discord channels we have. It's a growing community we have, and that's how they are being, even they are helping us, giving us suggestions, and that's how we are trying to improve our projects day by day. You'll see the improvement, like me myself, who's worked on the other side from the first project. I've been able to see the kind of improvements we've been going through. So for this particular project, Indian markets is definitely something that we're tapping into, but we're not looking at only the Indian markets. It's the global market, because uh, any if Sir Stanley Sir created Spider-Man as well, but we don't associate it to any particular geography, though the shoots and every the story comes out to be from the western sides. We Indians don't say that it's theirs, and we don't say that we're not going to
Absolutely.
watch movies,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So we expect the same sort of responses from people across the world, and we're looking forward to having you know a variety of global crowd into our community through this particular project.
Yeah, so talking about the communities, let's cover that. I think Discord have huge numbers. So what all, where all do you have? You have Discord, where all people do chat
Yes, we
about these
have.
NFTs. Yeah.
Yes, we do have a Discord channel. We have different threads under which people talk about it. Already we have Amitabh Sir's loot box holders, and anybody who's holding it, holding the NFT, their groups within the Discord channels are different. And the same thing will go on with the Chakra NFTs. Right now, we have like a lot of queries coming up about the project, about the contests, and that's again one more thing I would want to say. Uh, uh, Before Chakra NFTs are launched on 28th of December, what we're doing is we're running some of the campaigns and some contests online. As a Discord community channel person, you can obviously access them. Uh, there's a quiz going on which has like 13 14 questions about Stanley's character NFT, not NFTs but the character itself, Chakraverse character. So you just have to go through the comic probably ones and try to understand who is Chakra, what are his powers, and what is his story actually. So that is one quiz we have up. We For this quiz, the one who gives like correct answers, top 10 people will win Chakra NFTs. That's one of the contests which is being running on. Also, you can participants can people who are into Discord channels of Beyond Life. If they're interactive, the highest interactive person of the day gets one NFT. That's how we've lined it up for 7 days, and it is already started. We already have It's day 2, so we already have second winner coming up. So for next 4 or 5 days, people can join in, talk there, ask questions, talk about projects. What do you want to get clarifications on? What are your views about this project? Everything can be answered. We have amazing moderators who are available all 24/7 for all the questions and answers.
Awesome. I would say that, if you're, I think you should go ahead, join the Discord and ask your questions and probably win some NFTs. How many members are there in Discord right now?
We have around 7,000 members.
Awesome. Awesome.
Discord right now.
I think a lot of people will be buying again on this NFT drop as well. So
Right.
yeah, by the way, I'm going to leave all the links for Discord and Telegram so you can follow.
And Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. And before we wrap up, I think lately there have been some. So for example, what sort of rights one NFT holders get with this? And I know this may differ from collections to collections. So for example, CryptoPunks owners, they don't have all the commercial rights. Board Ape Yacht Club, they have some commercial rights, right? So have you looked into it, or have you like discussed on this? Like, if I'm the NFT holder of maybe Amitabh Bachchan's or the next one, and what rights do I have? Can I use it as commercially? Of course, PFP everybody is using. I'll put a profile picture. Okay, that's very common. I'll do that because I have all the
Yes.
rights because I own it. But what about the other rights? Have you looked into like what other rights NFT holders have?
Usually, what you're talking about is the rights when it comes to association with any particular club. Uh, for that to happen, what we are looking at currently is to grow the community first. We'll definitely have some plans for the community where we might just come up with a membership sort of a concept where people can be a part of it, can take part in the other activities created by Beyond Life itself, and that's how the plan about releasing will be done. But for that to start with, I think people should know who Beyond Life is, and people should also understand the importance of all these projects that we're doing, and be a part of collectors as a collector of Beyond Life. That would make sense. Like as I told you, like there are utilities coming up for Stanley's project, and obviously there are utilities associated to Amitabh Sir's project as well. So once people see the importance of all these things, they get into our community, they be with us, and we'll be able to mold this whole thing into a club space where they get rights other than just holding the NFTs and trading them. So that's the concept we are working on. I told you about how the ecosystem is being grown now. So with coming time, we'll definitely come up with
Sure. And so
detailed plans.
sure. And the last one, like you said that there are also people can buy it from with fiat, right? Don't have to have a wallet. So how does the ownership take place? Let's see if I go on the platform and I buy it with the fiat. With the MetaMask wallet, I get the ownership. So how does that work? I don't get the ownership.
So currently what we're doing is because it's an ecosystem of Beyond Life itself, we're giving every registered person a Beyond Life wallet in which you can claim your NFT by doing a small KYC procedure. That's a very simple thing. Like I'll tell you the user flow, how it is. I go on Beyond Life's website. I sign up if I'm a first-time user with my email ID, and I verify my email ID as well. Then I get a wallet allocated against my name. In that wallet, with my UPI, with my credit card, debit card, I can load money into my Beyond Life wallet. This will be all USD and USDT money. Like when you do the transactions, you will see these will be converted into USDT automatically. And that's how that is the main reason why all the collection has dollar as their bidding prices.
Correct.
Or even the flag prices. So once the drop comes, you have to go and take part in the drop. If you're a auction, if you want to be in the part of the auctions, go do your bids, keep checking if anybody else is doing the bid, and try to do this this whole bidding and auctioning process. Once that is done, let's say the market, the launch is over, and you through loot box you win certain NFTs, and through auctions also you get some NFTs. You have to claim those NFTs on the platform itself. So for the claiming process, you have to go through the KYC procedure. It's a simple, very simple procedure. 5 minutes procedure, you can finish that. And in your Beyond Life wallet itself, under My NFTs, you will be able to see your collection of NFTs. Now, tomorrow when the marketplace launches, you will be able to list all these NFTs on the marketplace, and the data related to it is already with the Beyond Life Club. So you don't have to have extra MetaMask to store your NFTs, or any of that process is not there in this picture right now. So it's pretty simple for anybody to get into.
So is it fair to say that this is a custodian wallet? Like Club Life have the custodian wallet. So, but is there an option for anyone who wants to use non-custodian wallet or MetaMask for them to buy directly? Is that an option?
No, currently we do not give that option. And the kind of partnerships also we had, nobody insisted on doing so, because the whole process of creating the ecosystem is based upon that we would want to stay exclusive from the other marketplaces, and that also kind of helps us. If you go to OpenSea right now, you'll see a Big B Punk collection, which is not a real collection, right? So if the Beyond Life holders have any particular collection, that is going to be from, it is our guarantee that it's coming from the right direction. It's not any fake NFTs, so you don't have to worry about that, and it's already on the blockchain. So you need not also worry about the ownership of it, because it's against your name for sure.
But I would say that with the custodian wallet, the thing that happens is that I know there are some reasons why you chose this way, which I don't want to get into because we have already spoken to about 1 hour. I don't want to, but I think usually what happens is with the custodian wallet, you own the NFTs. You buy it and you own it, sort of, and then you sell it. With the non-custodian wallet, the NFTs, even though you bought it, but the ownership still remains with the club life. Because you're logging in through your email ID and password. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
But the marketplace, you will still be allowed to trade on the marketplaces.
Right. That's how the centralized platforms work. That's how pretty much.
Correct. Got it. I think it's I think pretty much we covered most of the questions. If you have more questions, I think I would recommend to go ahead and join the Discord and other channels. Thank you so much, Neha, for your time. This has been very informative. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
I would say I welcome everyone to join our community with a warm heart. We're all taking all efforts to make sure the NFT space is known to everyone. Anybody who's a beginner into the space or who's already reached some things in this space, you all are welcome to check out our collection. It is valuable. As from the collection, you will get to know about it more. Join our Discords if you have any questions, Telegrams if you have any questions. Our profiles are there, like Beyond Life and Garden Link are already there on Twitter. You can find me on LinkedIn as well. Just go ahead, see if you have any doubts, if you have any suggestions, if you have any partnerships to be done, we're always welcome to have.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Neha, and talk to you soon. Thank you so much.